What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode from my channel, ASMR Jams. And tonight, we have what should be the final installment of this mini-series, part 4, the 4th episode here, of organizing my entire collection that I restarted in March. I do have a long-lost collection somewhere in my parents' attic from the 90s that I have no idea what is in there, but I can't get my hands on it yet. I'm kind of excited to see what would be in there. I can't remember. I feel like maybe there'd be some Jordans, but there's also a chance it's going to be some really stupid players that I remember trading for cards with friends for players I thought might turn out to do well, or just players I liked instead of players that were actually good. But I'm excited for when I finally get that someday. I don't know when that's gonna be, but I haven't gone back into card collecting since the 90s until this March. So this is kind of going through everything that I've gotten since March, of ripping and tearing through numerous packs of Junk Wax and Modern Era. So, there's a lot of great content here. I highly recommend you subscribe if you haven't seen this at all. Go back and check out some of my videos. Again, this is part 4, so there's 3 previous videos, and these are all Hall of Famers and All-Stars and potential players I think that might become future Hall of Famers. Obviously, some of these are speculative, and they may not make it. And then, when that time comes, when I realize that, I'll pull them out of this box of, organization and either sell them for pennies on eBay or try to put them into a lot and maybe sell them that way. We'll see. But the ones that do end up, being those types of players, the hope is this is a long-term sell. We'll see. Also, keep in mind, I already did this type of process, organizing entire collection, but I did it with all my rookies. And since I did that mini-series, I've actually gotten my hands on some other rookies that I was pretty excited about. I managed to get a Giannis rookie for a really great price. Not graded though. So I think it's in pretty dang good condition though. So that's kind of a long-term investment. We'll see if he ends up winning a couple championships. Then it's something that I could definitely make some money off of. And I got a Kobe Bryant rookie, a bunch of other different rookies that I've gotten since I've done those videos. So one of the things that I'm eventually going to get to as well, this came from a subscriber, left me a comment and was just kind of curious what some of my favorite cards are now that I've been doing this for a little over 6 months, which I thought was a phenomenal idea. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. I figured I wanted to organize everything first and then kind of go through it while it's organized and pick out some of those cards, and then that way I know exactly where they go back after I've gone through this organization. I know where everything belongs, so when I pull those cards out and do that video, I know exactly how to put them back. So I wanted to take care of this first, and then I was going to create that video. So, I definitely appreciate that comment. I love the comments. Those things are great. And keep those coming. But since we're in the beginning of the episode here, if you haven't subscribed, please hit that button for me. Would be greatly appreciated. So without further ado, it's kind of a long-winded intro. I think it's time to get through these cards here, and off camera, with this being ASMR content, I love to chew the gum for extra tingles, but off camera I have my box that I'm going to put all these cards into, alphabetized by players that are all current All-Stars or current Hall of Famers or future Hall of Famers, that type of thing. So I'm going to take this and dunk that in my mouth. ripping and tearing back in March. I had put these to the side and didn't really know what to do with them. They're not good enough, but some of them are like special inserts or autographs, and they're just not really good players. I don't think that's gonna really end up being worth anything. Or they're players I thought belonged in this category. Like, for example, Cat. Like, he's really good, but I don't think he's gonna be good enough at this point. So I'm not gonna put him in here. So we got like Cat, we got DeMarcus Cousins. I see, like, here's an autograph. Troy Daniels. This isn't really worth anything. I mean, you can't just, like, I don't know. I can't put him in this type of box. Maybe I buy something else. I can be special inserts like this, but otherwise, he's just gonna sit out in a random area in my basement. A silver optic. Dragic is balling for the Heat, that's for sure. And a silver optic is a great insert, but he's not gonna be a Hall of Famer. Shea. I feel like Shea, could end up being a great player. I just haven't seen it yet. Blake, his career has kind of really cooled off ever since he went to Detroit. This was a laser insert, so I needed to sleeve it up, make sure it didn't get damaged. Insert again. Ingram is kind of, I mean, he got most improved player. I got some of his rookie cards. I even got like a rookie jersey card. I mean, he could be something. He's still super young, and he looks like he's developing nicely. But I don't know. That's why I have him in this pile, because I thought maybe it was worth setting aside, but I don't really know. Here's another auto. I think this was actually the first auto I pulled since I started collecting again in March. I've only gotten those two autos. So, Amir Johnson and Troy Daniels. I've gone through a lot of cards, and I only managed to get two autos. DeAndre Jordan, he's just not going to be good enough. If Dwight Howard's going to barely make it, there's no way DeAndre Jordan makes it. Donovan Mitchell. I mean, he's progressing nicely. There's a chance, but again, these are just commons. In this aspect anyways, this is just a common, nothing special. Insert, that's why it's in this pile, but he's not really going to amount to anything. Kristaps, now that he's coming back from that injury, he could be developing nicely with Luka, we'll see. Rose, what could have been if he never got hurt, jeez. A jersey card, so insert, another insert. If you've been sticking with me through all these videos, Russell is a player that I get way too often, like way more than I should. So it's really frustrating to see that. Smart insert. He's developing pretty well. Hassan Whiteside. I remember there was a year or two where everyone thought he was like the next great big man, and all of a sudden, kind of like disappeared. So these are just like not quite good enough, and I'm not sure where to put them yet. For now, they're just gonna kind of be out in the open, probably on my like bar counter or something. So why don't we get started with the ones that I do value, that I am gonna put in this box of organization. And it's all alphabetical. So let's start here with this. Alright. We got Kareem and Ray Allen. Who's legit. Yeah, he's gonna be a Hall of Famer. Giannis, second year card. I believe it's a second year card. Yeah, it says 14. Well, maybe this is no, wait. 13, 14 it says. No, So this is 14.15 down here. That kind of threw me off, not gonna lie. This is 14.15 on the bottom and the back. I was like, wait a second. Because it's his stats from the prior year. So this is his second year card. I also have one of his rookies. This is his second year card. So we have a lot of Giannis in here. We got Giannis common, or base, whatever you want to call it. More base. We got a rain insert. I love this insert. You can only get it in the fan pack, and man, are these beautiful cards. Big fan of that. Insert again for Giannis. Duplicate. And we get a lot of Chronicles. Yo, I did 4 rounds of blaster boxes of Chronicles, and then I think a couple rounds of, or 1 round maybe, of fat packs, cello packs, whatever you want to call them. Those are great videos to watch. Make sure you go back and watch them if you haven't seen them. Here's an insert, or subset I should say. Got the bronze. Rookies and Stars, Chronicles. Playbook from Chronicles. Got Illusions was another blaster I bought. Go back and check that out if you missed it. Mosaic. Insert. Mosaic Jam Masters. I love this design. I was a huge fan of NBA Jam. If you didn't notice my logo, pretty similar, not identical, but pretty dang similar. So that's like straight from NBA Jam logo, pretty much. Mosaic base, Mosaic MVP insert, and a couple of those. Alright, that's gonna do it for the Giannis, so I'm just gonna put these away in the proper spot here off to the side, off camera. And as I look in the box at the moment, but no, not anymore because I just put those in, but Charles Barkley was first in the box because we were doing junk wax, now we're doing the modern, so all these are going to go in front of Barkley. But we got Carmelo on the Knicks, and then got this from Chronicles. I don't know how many of these were made, but this was like, it's got to be a short print. It was after the fact, right? Like, he didn't start on the Trailblazers this year. He came later, after I believe Prism was already printed. So this was, look at this. At the bottom you see it says Chronicles Prism Basketball. This is a special insert card that you could have gotten from Chronicles. That references his, season with the Blazers. So this has got to be a short print. I don't know if it'll be valuable or not. I mean, he did pretty well in the bubble, but obviously the Blazers fell short. So we got Prestige, 12-13 common, numerous ones of those. Donruss insert, Donruss base, and some more Donruss base when he was on Oklahoma City. So I'll put these away too then. Moving on. Let's go. We have Brad Beal, Optic, my house insert. Devin Booker, Optic base, Chronicles base for Booker. More dupes there. And we get to Chris Bosh. Ooh, if he would have kept playing, if he didn't have the blood clot issue, this dude would have been a shoo-in for Hall of Fame. But because his career was cut short, I don't know. We'll see if he gets in or not. Might be a little bit harder for him to get in then. Jaylen Brown's looking really good. He's developing nicely. And we get the rain insert there too. It's a nice little pull. He's going pretty well. I love Kobe Bryant, so I'm a huge fan of these inserts. I was not expecting to get these, especially this one. This is one of my favorites. Obviously, he ended up getting 5. This would have been even cooler if it was his last one, but you can tell with him holding up the fingers, this was his 4th. Prestige Connection, so I'm just gonna give it to Bryant instead of Fisher. Got some Kobe there. Some more Kobe all-time greats insert. Kobe base from 12-13. Kobe base, and then we get to Jimmy Butler. Vince Carter should be Hall of Famer. Alright, Mike Conley. I'm gonna end it here and put these into the box so I don't like drop them accidentally. But why don't we discuss Conley as I do this? I understand that a lot of you are probably thinking there's no way Conley should be here, and I probably agree with you, to be honest. I don't think it's gonna happen, but I mean, just for the heck of it, I don't know. And I think it has to do with the fact that I got a decent amount of inserts with him, so I just feel like, I don't know, I'm gonna set him aside and kind of see what happens. Putting away the Bosches. Now we're getting to Brown. And we get to Bryant. Alright, there we go. Yeah, like I said, I don't really know. To be honest, maybe I should just pull him out now, because I'm not really sold on him being good enough. He was great for a while there, but it's just because I got, look at these inserts, right? Like, a decent amount of inserts there, a handful. Literally 5. Where I thought maybe, I don't know, just because of that. To be honest though, I don't feel like he belongs there. I'm just gonna pull him out now. I'm thinking about it. So we got Curry, some Chronicles base here. More Curry. I'm gonna move that to be right there. There we got Chronicle, pink insert, Prestige base, Prestige from 12-13 base, Hollow Express Lane insert, and that's gonna do it for Curry then. Next up will be Anthony Davis. Optic base. Rickies and Stars from Chronicles. Threads from Chronicles. Duplicate there. True duplicate. No subset there. We got Durant from Prestige. 12-13. Illusions Durant. Donruss base. And Prestige insert. Franchise favorites. So Doncic is going to go behind Vlade Divac, who is already a Hall of Famer, but in front of Drexler, who I believe is also already a Hall of Famer. That's where he's going. Durant will go in front of, I know, will go behind Dumars. And in front of Ewing. In front of Irving, actually. I have one Julius Irving insert. So he goes in front of Irving, behind Dumars. And that whole left side of the box is almost full now after we're putting these in. So between the junk wax and the modern era, I'm going to have to adjust. Like, I got a lot that's in the beginning of the alphabet. So I'm going to have to pull from the back of the box and move it to the next column over. Now this is another questionable one. Joel Embiid is a great player, do not get me wrong. He is a great player, but I don't know if he makes it. I mean, it's going to depend on if he can manage to win a couple. We'll see. It'll be interesting to see if he stays with Philly and plays with Simmons, even though they don't really get along. But we got Prestige insert, Prestige base, Chronicles, Pink subset. Same thing here, but Rain variation, which is one of my favorites. Optic insert, Donruss base, and we get to Kevin Garnett, who is definitely going to be a Hall of Famer and might be a future team owner of the Timberwolves. We'll see. He's joining a group and he's trying to buy the Timberwolves. We'll see if that happens or not. He won't be the majority owner, but he'll be part owner. So yeah, Kevin Garnett base, Prestige base, Donruss base, duplicate there, and we get Pau Gasol base, Paul George, Prestige base, Donruss base, Prestige from 13-14, so that's the older one. Donruss base, Donruss base again, Optic insert, Prestige from 12-13, and we get the Draymond Green. Prestige base, only one of those, and then I got a ton of Harden. I don't know what it is. I get Harden all the time, so I'm not a fan of Harden. I would sell these in a heartbeat. So maybe I'll even think of it's kind of laying these all out, taking pictures, and maybe just selling the lot, because I'm not a fan of Harden. But definitely have a lot. NBA hoops mixed in here. Prestige, Threads, Donruss, duplicate, Threads subset, Dimes insert, Prestige again, Optic, Optic pink, and then we get to Gordon Hayward franchise favorites, Rain variation, and Rain is one of my favorites. Howard, Prestige, Kyrie Irving base, Donruss base again, duplicate, and then changing stripes insert. this insert. Heat, but it was optic this year. Another Winter Stays optic. Stargazing optic. Will the Wind mosaic. Mosaic base, which is a phenomenal picture being used there. MVP insert. Got game insert. Love this. NBA Jam. Huge fan of that card. Prestige. Stat Star insert. And we get the black Heat jersey. Love this picture too. From Prestige 1213. Managed to get 2 of those. Love that card. Chronicles base. LeBron. Panini. LeBron. Prestige again. And that does it for the LeBron cards. Like I said, it's gonna be, I told you it was a lot, so now I gotta try to fit these in here. We'll see how this plays out. It's gonna go behind Irving, but in front of Johnson. So here we go. There we go. Just enough room, so I think, looking at it, I think Hakeem Olajuwon's going to have to come over for sure. And in fact, I think I'm going to go as far as Chris Mullin and potentially leave wanting that in the back. So when Mullin comes up, see if that frees up enough room. And I don't think that does it either, to be honest. So why don't we do it all the way to Kevin Love. He's getting moved to the other column, which will leave Bernard King very back of the first column. And that is kind of where we're leaving off here with the K's. We got King, so Kidd is going to go right in front of King at the end. Jason Kidd. And then we got some Kawhis. And Kawhi can go in the front then, in front of Love. So, Jason Kidd definitely should be Hall of Famer. I don't know if he'll make it, but he should be. So lots of Kawhi base. Then we got a splash into, and I saw it's a hollow too. So purple hollow. I saw that this one is actually worth a decent amount. I don't know how great though. That's what's most important. Essentials. Prestige. Base. Marquee. That does it for Leonard then. We got Lillard. And from Illusions, another Lillard. Jamal Murray playing nice, so I pulled him out. He's got a chance. If he keeps progressing like that, he had a phenomenal bubble. Steve Nash. Nowitzki. Definitely going to be a Hall of Famer. Greatest European player ever, probably. Lots of base. There's an insert. Base. Prestige. 12-13. Donruss base. Donruss base. And then we get to Tony Parker. Prestige base. Tony Parker. Then Chris Paul. Donruss. Prestige. Donruss insert. Oh no, actually that's a Donruss base. Sorry. Prestige insert. Paul Pierce. Prestige insert for All-Stars. Prestige base. And then Donruss base. So yeah, this will be easy to put away. They all go in front. Leonard goes in front of Love. Lillard goes in front of Love. And then Murray's going to go behind Malone. Or no, yeah. Behind Moses Malone. But in front of nope, he's going to go behind Sarunas. He's going to go behind Sarunas, but in front of Mikhail. Alright. And we got Reggie Miller, Chris Mullin, Mutombo, got Optic Base, Donruss Base, Donruss Base. We get to Tatum, who's developing really well. Donruss Base is there. Klay Thompson, Prestige, Donruss Insert, Donruss Base, Donruss Base, again Donruss Base, Chronicles Base, Prestige Base, and it goes to Dwayne Wade. Prestige dupes there. Donruss Base with the really ugly jerseys, and him in a Bulls uniform. Kemba Walker, acetate. So this is probably the best insert that I saw from my Illusions pack that I liked anyways. This is pretty cool. And we go to John Wall, All-Stars. All-Stars again. Jerry West, Scoring Kings. Westbrook Court Kings. Westbrook Base. Prestige Base. Express Lane. Insert from Optic. Donruss Base. Donruss Base again. Back to another Prestige. Now we get to Andrew Wiggins. I know a lot of people like to hate on him. I just figure he's got a chance of getting a couple now going to the Warriors. We'll see if he stays there. I mean, there's rumors that he's going to get packaged with their draft pick. Even though they just traded for him, he hasn't even really played for him yet because of COVID. He got traded right before COVID, and then COVID hit. I'm not sure. I mean, if he stays with the Warriors, he's got a chance to win a couple. If he ends up getting traded again, then he's probably not gonna really do much. We'll see. I don't know. He's still young, and he's pretty dang good. Trae Young. That will do it then. Okay, so just to save you the boredom, I'm gonna put that last pile in the box after we sign off here. But I just gotta show you the box. This was practically empty, and now it's got both sides. I got a little bit of a gap here. That's it. I got that much of a gap. Not much at all. Otherwise, it's completely full. All the way to the back. As I could show you there, see? It's a lot of potential Hall of Famers and All-Stars and whatnot. So, the other box is full of rookies, and one side is packed pretty full. And to be honest, I probably got to move some over to the other side, because if you pack them too tight and there happens to be any dust on the surface, it can ruin the card. So I don't want too much pressure. I don't want them packed in too tight. So I'm probably going to move some over. But I basically have a whole column on the right side that can still be filled with rookies, which is why I feel like I should, keep bringing you the content and chasing rookies and whatnot, because I got room to fill it in that box. So, make sure you definitely stay tuned. We got 94-95 Fleer Ultra to rip through still. We have, 91-92 NBA Hoops to rip through still. And then I'm on the lookout. I'm still looking for more modern stuff as well to get from eBay. I just need to find a right price. So some of the prices are outrageous right now. So I check it every day, trying to find some good content for you. And then obviously I'm gonna make that video as well. I'm gonna go through, picking out some of my favorites, and spend a little time talking about NBA. Maybe I'll wait for the finals to get going, and I can talk about the finals and my favorite cards. Might not be a bad idea. So